Hello, welcome to the first edition of Avon
Avon
Bosses
Bosses
on
on
the
Rise.
Rise. We're so happy that you've tuned in to us today. Thank you so much for viewing this video at whatever stage you'll be viewing it. My name is Ange.
And I am Tam.
My full name is Angeline Fletcher, and I am a proud Avon representative, and I sell at the President's Club level, and I am a silver ambassador. I have a small team, but a great team, and I'm thoroughly enjoying my Avon business.
And I am Tam for short, Tamara. And I am also a President's Club member. And I am a silver ambassador with a rising team. And I hope to meet a lot more people who are interested in Avon and also representatives who are looking to, get their business up, boost their business with a
That's
little
right.
tip from Ange and myself.
Absolutely. And together we are part of a great team, Team
Yes.
Tenacity. And our leader is the one and the only Ms.
Orenthia Ricketts.
Rickett. Yes. And
So
we're very
those of you who saw Campaign 5,
mhm.
the beautiful lady on the cover of Campaign 5 is Miss Orenthia Ricketts. And we're proud to be members of her team. And we're proud to be members who are active and trying to, get our business up and running.
That's right. And with Avon Bosses on the Rise, it is our intention to educate, inform, and inspire Avon bosses as they rise in their business, because we know that the sky is
Is
the
the
limit.
limit.
Whatever we put our minds to do, we know that we can achieve it, and it is our intention to share with us all as we learn ourselves. We are by
Mhm.
no means experts, but we learn as well, and we share with others.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so,
So today, our
yes.
focus will be on recruitment.
Mhm.
So, we have just come out of a wonderful leadership training program that Avon offers. And we just want to elaborate a little bit of what we learned and, extend it to those people who are yet to start the leadership program. So today we chose recruitment. And we're going to provide some information and recruiting tips just to help those who are looking to go into the leadership business. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is financial freedom, enjoying financial freedom. That's one of the Avon values of being in leadership, enjoying financial freedom. So actually, financial freedom, what is that to you?
Financial freedom for me, Tam, is to be able to. I love to pay my bills, believe it or not. I love to pay my bills. And so I want to be able to pay my bills, and I also like to have some fun. And so I like to pay my bills, and I like to have some fun, and of course to invest wisely so that I'm taking care of the future. And for me, that is financial freedom. What about you, Tam?
Well, that's a good point. Financial freedom for me is, yes, paying the bills and knowing that you don't have to worry where that money is coming from.
Absolutely.
You either write that check or you go online and you pay that bill without even thinking, oh, do I have to go check? Do I have to
I
go make sure
know.
that that money is there? So
Yeah.
that is financial freedom, making sure, knowing having the comfort in the back of your head that I don't have to worry where that next dollar is coming from. So
Absolutely.
Avon, being in Avon leadership is, as a lot of the other Avon people in leadership who have been in it for a while, they will say that being in leadership is your retirement fund.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
your retirement fund.
Yes.
Selling Avon every day or every 2 weeks, that's, money coming in every 2 weeks. But if you want to have lasting money as you build your business, and not having to think about that extra money or where that money is coming from to pay the bill, then leadership is the way.
Yes, absolutely. And so, and we love that. And the great thing about this business is that there is really no limit. When we work for a company, we are restricted to the hours that we work, the days that we work, the pay that we get. We are not at liberty to give ourselves a raise for most companies out there, but that's the great difference with being an independent person with a company like Avon. That's such a great leadership program. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And so another great thing that we get to do. Another great thing that we get to do in leadership is to mentor others, in this opportunity. And it's a privilege, actually, to have people that we work with. And some people come to Avon not knowing a thing, not even knowing why they have come. Somebody a little spark in them to say, well, you can earn some money, and they're not even sure how to go about it.
How to go about doing
have that opportunity to help to mentor them. What has that experience been for you, Tam?
Yeah, empowering those people. You and I, we go, we learn, and then we bring the information back to those people, that what we have learned and what benefit it is to us. So the good thing that I've learned so far, one of the great things that I've learned so far that I see working for me is the empowerment and how you go about empowering people. You build that relationship. That relationship is very vital to how the success of that person's business will be. So if they see that you take the time to invest in their business also, to invest in them as far as who they are, what their intentions are, what their goals are, then everything I've seen so far is working for me. So I've learned to build a relationship with those people. And in building that relationship and in doing what you and I are doing now, empowering those people based on what we've learned, I like that. I love that.
Yes, absolutely. And it encourages them to do the same.
Yes, it does.
And so we have that residual effect in our business. And sometimes people get scared of the term multi-level marketing. And that's what it is. It's a tier. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want to just be earning from sales. I want to know that I have a team that I can help to develop and mentor, and I get financial benefit from it, and so I love it. Love it.
And in turn, if they follow everything that we're doing, if we duplicate ourselves in them, then they too will achieve the same things that we're achieving.
Absolutely. And that is a great thing. Yes.
And that is one of the next tiers in leadership. You gain professional skills. So you enjoy financial freedom, you empower others, and by doing all these things, you gain the skills of being a good professional. You gain the skills of being a good leader. You learn new business skills, as Avon is doing for us every day. They have Avon University. They have the Leadership Development Program. They have the workshops that they offer. So you go to all these things and you learn all these information. Not everybody's able to go all the time. So that is where we step in now and build their skills by doing what we're doing and by having our meetings.
Absolutely. And can we just talk about Build Like a Boss workshop right here, since we're talking about gaining financial
like a boss. Yes.
And Build Like a Boss, the whole idea is it is leadership,
It is.
And we're building our teams definitely like a boss. And to help in, as we're talking about gaining professional skills, Avon provides these workshops throughout the country for all their representatives. barring none. This is not for a specific group or anybody, because everybody can learn something at some time. And so
along the line. Yeah.
we're excited. You're going this
Yes, I am, and I can't wait. I'll
Yes,
be in New York this weekend, and I hope to meet a lot of you guys who are trying to do the same thing that we're doing. We're trying to
absolutely.
rise. We're
Yeah,
trying to get up there, but we're trying to do it in a professional way, and we're trying to learn as much as we can to help us, to help boost us, to help boost our confidence and stuff like that.
absolutely, absolutely. And so I love it, love it, love it, love it. And with all of that, it leads us to receive as well recognition
Yes.
and rewards. And there's no other company that does it like Avon. Really,
None.
always, always something to get from this new Avon, and we are always so proud and ready to receive it.
Ready to receive. Like I was like funnily enough, I was checking Vibe today,
Yeah.
and Avon has so many incentives going on. Some are, and some of them are all going on at the same time.
Mhm.
That sometimes when we're focusing on one,
Yeah.
while we're focusing on one, we're
Right.
achieving something else. I
Yes.
checked today to see the I think it's Shake Like a Boss or Shake Up.
Right.
Shake Up. And I'm like, oh, I got a tote and I got some earbuds. I wasn't even looking at that. I was not even thinking about that.
I know, me too.
I'm like, okay, I'm so focused on the cruise like a boss that you miss out on the other incentives that's going on. So Avon recognizes and they reward their representatives for every little effort that you make. So every little thing that you put inside your business, Avon rewards you for it. And as team leaders, we too reward our team members with little incentives too. If they're not in the position of leadership as yet, if for instance it's a leadership incentive, we give our team little incentives too, and that's part of being in leadership. Yes. You have to motivate, and part of motivated is giving rewards, making sure you appreciate what they do, and making sure they feel that appreciation coming from you.
Absolutely.
So that's a good thing that Avon does.
Yes, and it's genuine. Yes.
Yes,
and,
it does.
Yeah, it's just good. We can go on and on about
on
that
and on
part
and
of
on.
it. Yes, and so we just want to share some tips now, Tamara, about how to develop your own personal leadership skills. And these are some tips that they're broad based, that you can now customize for yourself, as I have done, as Tam has done, to for effective leadership. And so these are things that help us to build. And of course, one of the big things that we know that we absolutely must do to be successful, actually in just about everything, is to set goals. Set big goals, goals that they scare you. And
set big intentional goals.
Intentional goals. Yes. And I remember hearing Iyanla Van Zandt talk, and she said that your goals need to be so big that they scare you.
Scares you. Yes.
They scare you in such a way that you're doing things to yourself. I mean, I don't want to say exactly what she said, but you know. She says that you're actually so scared that you sometimes feel a little pee running down. I mean, seriously. And so but the thing with setting the big goals, it what it does to our minds.
Yes.
Because our minds are always trying to protect us. And so our minds really do not want us to venture into things that are unknown, because our mind is trying to protect us. So when every time you step out, your mind is saying, don't do that, girl. Remember when you did that? Remember what happens? It's just trying to protect us. But we need to now counter that with saying that, no, this is what I want to do, and this is how this is going to make me feel when I accomplish it. And so we need to just be setting these big goals,
Mhm.
right, T?
And Avon has this 5x5 system that you can use to start talking to people. If you're not yet comfortable to talk to people, you set a goal to say, okay, today I'm going to do 5 people. So you talk to 5 people 5 days a week.
Yes.
So, most of us, we're outside every day. We either take the bus, if we drive, we stop at the gas station most of the times to fill up. You go to work, you're in the parking lot, a bunch of you are walking in at the same time. I mean, share it. Let everybody know. I'm not saying to you, oh, go sell, but share that, I joined this wonderful company that is doing so much for not only myself, but they also contribute to other things out there, breast cancer, domestic violence. Share that passion with them. Share what the company's intention is, what they do for you and what they do for other people. And then maybe not necessarily they want to buy an Avon product, but maybe someone they know is suffering from, or is in a situation where there's domestic violence, or they have someone in their family or someone they know that has cancer. That alone might spark something inside of them. Like, I want to be a part of that company, or I want to donate something, to this company by buying something, one of the many products that they have, that the proceeds go to these different organizations. So be intentional, set the goal. And when you set those goals, make sure you know exactly how you're going to go about achieving those goals.
Yes.
And as I said, you share it.
Yes.
You share it.
Yes. Absolutely. And sharing takes us to the next tip.
Mm-hmm.
Share your passion for Avon. And this is one of the big things that Avon is pushing us to do, or encouraging us to do. If we are passionate about Avon, and some of us, we just love Avon and love the products and everything. Share it. What we can do is interject it into a conversation. It's like yesterday I was out, and this lady I was with, she had a fundraiser that she was doing for her church. And I supported her, and bought purchase from her. And of course, then I used the opportunity to say, ask her, what is this in aid of? And she told me, and so on. I said to her, have you ever considered doing an Avon fundraiser? Do you know that Avon does fundraising? And she's like, really? No, I didn't know. And of course, I proceeded. I did not force too much on her, because, you got to be gentle about these things. There's no rush. So, I told her a little about it. Then in the conversation, as the conversation continued, I learned that she was recently retired and perhaps looking for something to occupy her time. So then what was the next thing I did? I introduced the opportunity to her, and that is some of the way that we can just interject it into people. We don't have to be forcing them or, stalking them or anything like that. We just interject it into the conversation.
And see, that leads us into the next thing. What did Angeline do? Angeline listened. She learned about what the lady is doing, who she is, and what she is about to do, what her intentions are. And then Angeline related what she does to her. So it all falls into place. You have to listen. You have to learn about the person you're listening to. And then you have to relate, find some relation or find some way of relating Avon to whatever the person is doing.
Yes.
And that's how you build relationships. So that person will not only say to themselves, oh, she's trying to sell me Avon.
Right.
She's going to say to herself, okay, she listens to me. She saw that I needed, she saw that I had a need, and she related Avon, which is what she does, to what I could possibly be doing.
Yes, and sometimes we have to be so careful. As you were talking, I just remember once being in a pharmacy, and a young lady came up to me, and she said, I had on a neck piece, and she said to me, oh, I was admiring your jewelry from
Mhm.
across the aisle, and it's very nice. And the next thing she proceeded to do was to introduce to me what she was selling,
Really?
and I felt so cheated, because I'm like, here I am thinking that you're actually complimenting me because you
Mhm.
really thought that my thing was nice, but you really were just waiting for an opportunity to tell me about what you are
What
selling,
you're doing.
you know
Hmm.
and that's some of the things that we want to be careful with, that when we're
Hmm.
offering people, because we have to open the conversation some way,
Yeah.
and a compliment is a nice way to open the conversation, but
Yeah.
don't be too quick
To pushy.
to
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
you know and so that was how I felt. I'm like,
Yeah.
she might have asked me a few more questions and get to know me
Before,
a bit
exactly what
more,
my name is,
you know?
where did you get the jewelry from?
Yes,
I see you were, stuff like, and that's exactly what Avon, the new Avon, is trying to get us not to do. They're trying to get us not to push, push, push. They're trying to get us to build relationships before or during the
hmm
process of getting someone into this beautiful company.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And of course, I mean, these are all very important, but this one is really crucial.
Hmm.
It is building partnership and
Hmm.
follow up. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, it is so very, very important. I
important.
remember once, and it's just interesting. Sometimes you have these stories, and I don't even
Story.
remember it
Yes.
until now we're talking. I remember once we were thinking about my husband and I possibly getting a car,
Uh-huh.
and I contacted the company that we go to most times for cars, and I spoke to a young man. He promised to call me back, and he never did.
Never
I'm
did.
like, and we were going to buy a car,
Buy a car.
and he never called me back. And I'm like, and weeks later,
Hmm.
he called me back, and he said, did you call me? And it's like you had no idea what
Who
had
you? Yeah.
transpired before and who I was or anything.
Hmm.
And I reminded him what the conversation was, and I said, but you know what, we're gonna put it on hold for now.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Because
want to be dealing with somebody like that.
that it leaves a bad. If you start off on a wrong footing, then that relationship will never work. It's not
Absolutely.
going to work because there's going to be some trust issues there. So after you are connected with all these people, you have to follow up with them. If
Yes.
you say to them, okay, I'm going to call you back at 1 o'clock next week, Wednesday, make sure it's 1 o'clock next week,
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Even if they're not ready to talk to you, they see that, okay, she called me back. If they're not ready, then they'll say, okay, I appreciate that you called me. I'm still thinking about it, but thank you for calling me back. If I have any questions, then I'll call you. Then what do? You go back again and you set another time. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more weeks. What I'm going to do for you, I'm going to send you a couple information, my website, if you want to, just browse around and see what the company does.
Right.
Here's some information. Do your own investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And then if anything, I'll call you back another time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we can sit and talk about it. We can go to either Dunkin' Donut, Starbucks, or something, and sit and talk. And
Absolutely.
that's all. Sit and talk.
Yes. Yes. And I learned this from a book that I was reading,
Mm-hmm.
while listening. I do audiobooks because
Books. Uh-huh.
I do better with audio.
Yeah.
And it's a book that's called Get Over Your Darn Self by Rome.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And one of the things she said is have an appointment into the appointment, or appointment after the appointment. So when you're talking to someone, and if you have not closed they
Mhm.
saying with
Mhm.
the person as yet. You, at the end of the conversation, you say, it was great talking to you. When can we talk again? I am
Exactly.
free on Thursday at 2 o'clock. How about
Exactly.
you? So after you finish the appointment, you're immediately setting up
Immediately
the next
setting another
appointment,
appointment.
so that there is this continuity
Yes.
with the person until you are at the stage
Mhm.
where
Until
you
you
have,
close the deal.
yes.
And most of the times it's not that I remember you said this sometime last week, Angeline.
Mhm.
No does not necessarily mean
Right.
no.
Yes.
No means not right now.
Yeah.
So if the person is not interested at the moment, most
Mhm.
of the times they will say to you, no, not at this time, but
Mhm.
at least the least thing that you could do is
Mhm.
to keep in contact with them,
Absolutely.
so that you're never out of their mind. Because
Yes.
you might give somebody a book, you give your information is on the back, but they're not necessarily going to look at the book all the time, because everybody has stuff going on in
That's
their
what's
lives.
going on. Mhm.
So the least you could do is take their information, and in 2 days or so call them. Oh, I had remember I met you at the supermarket last week. I was just calling to follow up to see if you had seen anything that you might be interested in, or if you have any questions regarding the book, the information that I gave you when we met. And if the person, most of the times they're like, oh, I didn't even get a chance to look at it.
Right. Yes.
So it's not like they don't want to, but
Absolutely.
sometimes out of sight, out of mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we always have to do that follow up. Just follow up,
Absolutely.
build
That's
the partnership, and help them to join your team through your online store, or take their information, follow up. Because remember, what's so special about us that they would want
right.
to join our team? What is so special? So you have
Right.
to make that. You have to create that special spark that is going to pull them into your team.
Absolutely. And as it is says, the
Mhm.
fortune is in
It's
the
in
follow
the
up.
follow up.
Absolutely. And so those are the tips that we want to share with you today with regards to building your team. And
Hmm.
it is so very important. And some of the Avon encapsulates it by saying that we build our business, we maintain our
Hmm.
sales and our professionalism, we invest wisely,
Hmm.
and we show others how to
To
do the
do the
same.
same.
And
Yeah.
that is how we build like a
A
boss.
boss.
And of course, we are Avon bosses on
On
the
the rise.
rise.
Yes. Yes.
And so we hope that you found value in what we shared with you today, and encouraging you and trying in some way to inspire you to build a business, build your team. Build
Hmm.
your team, and don't be scared. Don't be scared to do it. The same way you have learned, the same way you can teach. And as a
Yes.
matter of fact, it is good. It's actually it's so rewarding when you give,
Give.
and
Yes.
it comes back to
Yeah. And you give willingly. You
you.
give willingly, and be genuine with what you're doing, because people can feel when you're not
Yes,
genuine. They can feel that energy. So you have a passion for something, share it. And when you share, they can see that you're genuine in what you're doing.
absolutely. And I mean, we're running out of time a little bit, but I
Yes.
just want to say that, when I really was not able to really share this business with passion until I started using and wearing the
Wearing
product.
the products.
Now,
Yes.
I'm not saying that has to be everybody's experience,
Mm-hmm.
but that has been my experience. That, I was talking about Avon from a kind of a knowledge
Mm-hmm.
point of view. But when I started experiencing Avon,
Mm-hmm.
what I was sharing was coming
Yeah, the
from
aura was just
girl.
shiny. Yeah,
It
it was
wasn't
just
just coming from my
just
head.
natural.
it was
Mm-hmm.
it was coming from my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And so wear the products, use the products, and
Mm-hmm.
so that we can speak from a point of view that is definitely more passionate.
Yes. And
Yay.
Hey, and Angeline,
Yes.
you have your campaign 7. I
Yes.
wanted to share or pick for this week. It's the new Avon contouring tools because they
Yes.
have a line that they just came up with. And the good thing about it is Avon has given us the instructions as to how to do the
Yeah.
contouring because, I'm guilty. I don't know how to do it. So I'll be, practicing. So that's our pick for this week. So all those makeup mavens out there, Avon
Right.
now has their contouring products on par. So, that's our pick for this week. And the good thing about it is they have an example showing you how and where to put each contour. So I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so that's our program for this week. We
Yeah.
thank you so much for viewing this video. And if you got value from it, we encourage you to like it,
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel. Our channel is Avon Bosses on the Rise. We need your subscription, please.
Yes.
And
Yes.
more
Yes.
importantly, share it.
Yes.
Share it on your Facebook page, share it on your YouTube channel, share it for us as we build Black Boss. If you are not yet an Avon representative,
We
oh,
invite you to start your business with us today.
yes.
No need to delay. We would love, love, love to have you on our team. So we're going to go ahead and give you our codes. So you can go on to www.start.youravon.com. And it's going to be asking you for reference codes. Angeline's reference code is
Angeline 102. ANGELINE 102.
and my reference code is T Robinson 7238. That's TROBINSON 7238.
And if you're just looking for Avon products, we would also love to serve you. And our online store information will be in the description of this video that you can just click and shop.
Right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you guys next week.
See you. Bye. Have a wonderful week. Again, this is Ange and
Tam
with
Avon Bosses on the
the
rise.
Rise. One love.